Are you looking to boost your IELTS Writing Task 1 vocabulary? Well, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll explore 100 powerful adjectives that will make your descriptions more accurate, engaging, and effective, helping you achieve a higher band score. Whether you're discussing trends, comparisons, or data analysis, these words will transform your writing and set you apart from the crowd. Stick around until the end, because I've got a special tip to help you. Gradual. Happening slowly over a period of time. There has been a gradual increase in the population over the last decade. The gradual decline in sales was attributed to changing consumer preferences. Pollution levels have shown a gradual decrease due to environmental policies. Steady. Regular, even, and continuous. The company's profits have seen a steady growth over the past few years. There was a steady rise in temperatures throughout the summer months. Employment rates remain steady despite economic challenges. Sharp. Sudden and marked. The sharp increase in housing prices has made it difficult for many to afford a home. A sharp decline in tourism was observed after the natural disaster. The stock market experienced a sharp rise following the positive economic news. Dramatic. Striking in appearance or effect, sudden and substantial. The implementation of the new policy led to a dramatic improvement in educational outcomes. There was a dramatic drop in air pollution during the lockdown period. The company's revenue saw a dramatic surge after the product launch. Significant. Sufficiently great or important to be worthy of attention. The research revealed a significant correlation between diet and health. There has been a significant increase in renewable energy usage in recent years. A significant drop in crime rates was reported after the implementation of new security measures. Slight. Small in degree, not considerable. There was a slight increase in the number of visitors to the museum last month. The slight decrease in temperature was hardly noticeable. The data showed a slight improvement in student performance over the semester. Moderate. Average in amount, intensity, quality, or degree. The region experienced moderate economic growth during the last quarter. There was a moderate rise in consumer confidence following the economic recovery. The survey indicated a moderate level of satisfaction among the customers. Rapid. Happening quickly or in a short period of time. The rapid development of technology has transformed the way we live. There was a rapid increase in the number of online shoppers during the pandemic. The city underwent rapid expansion due to increased investment in infrastructure. Noticeable. Easily seen or noticed, clear or apparent. There was a noticeable improvement in air quality after the new regulations were introduced. The increase in sales was noticeable after the marketing campaign. The rise in temperature was noticeable even to the untrained eye. Substantial. Of considerable importance, size, or worth. The company made substantial investments in renewable energy projects. There was a substantial decline in unemployment rates over the past year. The survey showed a substantial level of customer satisfaction. Considerable. Large in size, amount, or degree. The project required a considerable amount of resources and manpower. There was a considerable increase in the number of students enrolling in online courses. The research revealed considerable differences between the two groups. Marked. Clearly noticeable, evident. There has been a marked improvement in public health services in recent years. The new policy led to a marked reduction in crime rates. There was a marked increase in the company's profits after the restructuring. Consistent. Acting or done in the same way over time, especially so as to be fair or accurate. The company has achieved consistent growth over the past decade. The athlete's performance was consistent throughout the season. The data showed consistent results across all trials. Noteworthy. Worth noticing or paying attention to, significant. The study produced some noteworthy findings regarding climate change. There was a noteworthy improvement in the students' test scores. The company's success story is noteworthy for its innovative approach. Subtle. So delicate or precise as to be difficult to analyze or describe. The changes in consumer behavior were subtle but impactful over time. There was a subtle shift in the market dynamics that favored new entrants. The artist's use of color was subtle yet effective in conveying emotions. Pronounced. Very noticeable or marked, conspicuous. The new policy had a pronounced effect on reducing pollution levels. There was a pronounced difference in the performance of the two groups. The rise in global temperatures has become more pronounced in recent years. Sudden. Occurring or done quickly and unexpectedly. The sudden increase in demand caught the company by surprise. There was a sudden drop in temperatures following the storm. The market experienced a sudden fluctuation due to political instability. Swift. Happening quickly or promptly. The company took swift action to address the customers' concerns. There was a swift rise in the number of online transactions during the sale. The government implemented swift measures to curb inflation. Continuous. Forming an unbroken whole, without interruption. The continuous rise in temperature has raised concerns about climate change. The company has seen continuous growth in profits over the past decade. Continuous monitoring is essential for maintaining quality control in the manufacturing process. Abrupt. Sudden and unexpected. The stock market experienced an abrupt drop due to unforeseen political events. There was an abrupt change in the weather, catching everyone off guard. The meeting came to an abrupt end when the fire alarm went off. Marginal. Relating to or situated at the edge or margin, minimal. The company's profits showed only marginal growth this quarter. There was a marginal improvement in test scores after the new teaching method was introduced. The increase in production costs was marginal and did not significantly impact the overall budget. Steep. Rising or falling sharply. The region saw a steep increase in housing prices over the past year. There was a steep decline in sales following the product recall. The steep rise in the number of tourists has boosted the local economy. Persistent. Continuing firmly or obstinately in an opinion or course of action despite difficulty. The region has experienced persistent drought conditions for the past several years. Persistent efforts by the government have led to a significant reduction in crime rates. The scientists' persistent research led to a groundbreaking discovery. Incremental. Increasing gradually by regular degrees or additions. The company's growth strategy is based on incremental improvements to existing products. There was an incremental rise in temperature over the course of the study. Incremental changes to the curriculum have improved student performance. Exponential. Increasing rapidly by successive multiples. The exponential growth of the tech industry has created numerous job opportunities. There has been an exponential increase in the use of social media over the past decade. The city's population grew at an exponential rate due to urban migration. Fluctuating. Rising and falling irregularly in number or amount. The stock market has been fluctuating wildly due to global economic uncertainties. There were fluctuating temperatures throughout the summer, making it difficult to plan outdoor activities. The company's sales figures have been fluctuating due to changing consumer preferences. Stabilized. Made or become unlikely to change, fail, or decline. The economy has stabilized after years of turbulence. The patient's condition stabilized following intensive treatment. Efforts to stabilize the housing market have been successful. Declining. Becoming smaller, fewer, or less, decreasing. The city has faced a declining population due to urban migration. There was a declining trend in sales over the last quarter. The quality of air in the region has been declining due to increased pollution. Rising. Moving from a lower position to a higher one, increasing. The rising number of tourists has contributed to the economic growth of the region. There has been a rising trend in the demand for organic products. The company reported a rising profit margin this year. Progressive. Happening or developing gradually or in stages. The company has adopted a progressive approach to employee benefits. There has been a progressive increase in the use of renewable energy sources. The progressive growth in the tech sector has led to numerous innovations. Unprecedented. Never done or known before. The company's profits reached unprecedented levels this year. The pandemic has caused unprecedented disruptions to global travel. The project was completed in an unprecedented short amount of time. Escalating. Increasing rapidly. The escalating costs of living have become a major concern for many citizens. There was an escalating tension between the two countries, leading to diplomatic negotiations. The escalating demand for housing has driven up property prices significantly. Brief. Of short duration. The meeting was brief but productive, covering all the essential points. There was a brief interruption in service due to maintenance work. The report provided a brief overview of the company's financial performance. Temporary. Lasting for only a limited period of time. The company hired temporary staff to handle the increased workload during the holiday season. The road closures are only temporary and will be lifted once the construction is complete. The temporary drop in temperatures was attributed to the passing cold front. Perceptible. Able to be seen or noticed. The changes in the company's strategy were perceptible to even the casual observer. There was a perceptible difference in the quality of the two products. The impact of the new policy was immediately perceptible in the community. Small scale. Of limited size or extent. The small-scale pilot project was successful and will be expanded next year. The business started as a small-scale operation but has grown significantly over the years. Small-scale interventions can have a big impact on local communities. Large-scale. Involving many people or things, or happening over a large area. The government launched a large-scale initiative to improve public health. The large-scale industrial project brought many jobs to the area. Large-scale deforestation has led to significant environmental challenges. Extensive. Covering a large area, having a great range. The company conducted extensive research before launching the new product. There were extensive damages to infrastructure following the natural disaster. The course offers extensive coverage of modern European history. Slow. Moving or operating at a low speed. The slow recovery of the economy has been a concern for policymakers. There was a slow but steady increase in the number of visitors to the museum. The slow pace of reform has frustrated many activists. Minor. Lesser in importance, seriousness, or significance. The report highlighted some minor issues that need to be addressed. There was a minor delay in the delivery of the project due to unforeseen circumstances. The changes to the policy were minor and did not significantly impact operations. Quick. Moving fast or doing something in a short time. There was a quick increase in the number of online subscribers following the promotional campaign. The government took quick action to address the economic crisis. The company's response to the customer complaints was quick and effective. Plummeting. Falling or dropping straight down at high speed. The company's stock prices were plummeting after the disappointing earnings report. Temperatures are expected to plummet overnight due to the cold front. The climber's heart raced as he saw a rock plummet into the abyss below. Peaking. Reaching the highest point or maximum level. The tourist numbers peaked during the summer months, boosting the local economy. The athlete's performance peaked at the most crucial moment of the competition. Housing prices are peaking as the demand continues to rise. Conspicuous. Standing out so as to be clearly visible or attracting attention. The new skyscraper is conspicuous in the city's skyline. There was a conspicuous difference in the quality of the two products. Her conspicuous success in the industry has made her a role model for many. Unstable. Prone to change, fail, or give way, not stable. The political situation in the region remains unstable, causing concerns among investors. The unstable weather conditions have led to frequent flight cancellations. The company's financial position is unstable, posing risks to future growth. Modest. Unassuming in the estimation of one's abilities or achievements. The project was completed with a modest budget but delivered excellent results. There was a modest increase in sales after the product launch. The company's modest beginnings have turned into a remarkable success story. Stable. Not likely to change or fail, firmly established. The economy has remained stable despite global challenges. The patient's condition is stable and showing signs of improvement. The company's performance has been stable over the past few years. Prolonged. Continuing for a long time or longer than usual. The region has experienced prolonged drought conditions, severely impacting agriculture. The company saw prolonged growth over a decade, leading to market dominance. Prolonged exposure to the sun can cause skin damage. Momentary. Lasting for a very short time. The power outage was momentary and service was quickly restored. There was a momentary lapse in concentration that led to the error. The applause was momentary but heartfelt, acknowledging the speaker's efforts. Intense. Of extreme force, degree, or strength. The negotiation sessions were intense, lasting late into the night. There was intense competition among the candidates for the top position. The heatwave caused intense discomfort for residents, prompting health warnings. Evolving. Developing gradually. The company's strategy is continuously evolving to adapt to market demands. The evolving landscape of technology presents both opportunities and challenges. The research methodology is evolving with new advancements in the field. Variable. Not consistent or having a fixed pattern, liable to change. The weather in the region is highly variable, making it difficult to predict. The quality of the product has been variable, leading to customer dissatisfaction. The stock market is known for its variable performance, influenced by multiple factors. Unpredictable. Not able to be predicted, changeable. The outcome of the election remains unpredictable due to the volatile political climate. Unpredictable weather patterns have disrupted agricultural activities. The market's reaction to the announcement was unpredictable, surprising analysts. Erratic. Not even or regular in pattern or movement, unpredictable. The stock prices have been erratic, causing concern among investors. His attendance at meetings has been erratic, raising questions about his commitment. The erratic behavior of the weather has made planning outdoor events challenging. Changing. Undergoing a change, becoming different. The company's changing policies have created uncertainty among employees. The changing demographics of the city have influenced local business strategies. The rapidly changing technology landscape requires continuous learning and adaptation. Inconsistent. Not staying the same throughout. The data showed inconsistent results, making it difficult to draw conclusions. The team's performance has been inconsistent, leading to a mixed season. Inconsistent application of the rules has led to confusion and frustration. Mild. Not severe, serious, or harsh. The region experienced mild weather throughout the summer, attracting tourists. The patient reported only mild symptoms, which did not require hospitalization. The changes to the policy were mild and did not significantly impact operations. Low-key. Not elaborate, showy, or intensive, modest or restrained. The company opted for a low-key product launch to test the market response. The event was a low-key affair, attended by close friends and family. Despite his success, he maintained a low-key lifestyle, avoiding the limelight. Smooth. Having an even and regular surface or consistency. The transition between the two departments was smooth and efficient. The smooth progression of the project was attributed to excellent planning. The road has been recently paved, resulting in a smooth drive. Unchanging. Not changing, remaining the same. The company's unchanging commitment to quality has earned it a loyal customer base. Despite the market fluctuations, the interest rates have remained unchanging. The village has an unchanging charm that attracts tourists year after year. Uneven. Not level or smooth. The uneven distribution of resources led to disparities in access to services. The terrain was uneven, making the hike more challenging. Economic growth has been uneven across different regions of the country. Turbulent. Characterized by conflict, disorder, or confusion, not stable or calm. The turbulent period of political unrest affected the nation's stability. The airline experienced turbulent weather conditions during the flight. The company's turbulent history includes several mergers and acquisitions. Transitory. Not permanent, temporary. The benefits of the new policy were transitory, as long-term issues remained unresolved. His position at the company was transitory, leading to a search for a permanent role. The transitory nature of fashion trends makes it difficult to predict long-term preferences. Fleeting. Lasting for a very short time. The moments of joy during the trip were fleeting but memorable. There was a fleeting glimpse of the celebrity as they passed by. The fleeting nature of autumn leaves adds to their beauty. Unvarying. Not changing, constant. The unvarying routine helped the students focus and excel in their studies. The climate in the region has been unvarying for decades. The recipe's unvarying ingredients contribute to its consistent taste. Back and forth. Moving first in one direction and then in the opposite direction repeatedly. The negotiations involved a lot of back and forth discussions before reaching a consensus. The pendulum's back and forth motion was mesmerizing to watch. The back and forth changes in policy created confusion among the stakeholders. Leveling off. Becoming stable or consistent after a period of fluctuation. After several months of rapid growth, the company's profits began leveling off. The rapid increase in housing prices finally started leveling off. The rise in temperature is expected to level off as we enter the winter months. Wave-like. Resembling the form or motion of a wave. The data displayed a wave-like pattern with peaks and troughs over the period. The wave-like design of the building is both functional and aesthetic. The price fluctuations followed a wave-like trend throughout the year. Tending upwards/downwards. Moving or inclined to move in an upward or downward direction. The graph indicates a trend that has been tending upwards over the past decade. The population in rural areas has been tending downwards due to urban migration. The unemployment rate has been tending upwards since the start of the recession. Receding. Moving back or withdrawing. The floodwaters are finally receding, allowing residents to return to their homes. There was a receding trend in the number of cases after the peak of the outbreak. The shoreline has been receding over the years due to erosion. Bouncing back. Recovering after a decline. The economy showed signs of bouncing back after the recession. The team managed to bounce back from their early defeats and win the championship. The stock market is gradually bouncing back after the initial shock of the announcement. Wave-like. Resembling the form or motion of a wave. The data displayed a wave-like pattern with peaks and troughs over the period. The wave-like design of the building is both functional and aesthetic. The price fluctuations followed a wave-like trend throughout the year. Cyclical. Occurring in cycles, recurrent. The company's revenue follows a cyclical pattern, peaking during the holiday season. The cyclical nature of the economy means there will always be periods of growth and recession. Agricultural production is subject to cyclical changes due to seasonal variations. Haphazard. Lacking any obvious principle of organization. The government's response to the crisis seemed haphazard and uncoordinated. The data collection methods were haphazard, resulting in unreliable results. The city's development has been haphazard, with no clear long-term planning. Uptick. A small increase or upward trend. There has been an uptick in consumer confidence following the economic recovery. The latest report shows an uptick in employment rates across the country. The retail sector experienced an uptick in sales during the holiday season. Downturn. A decline in economic, business, or other activity. The economy experienced a significant downturn following the financial crisis. The company reported a downturn in sales due to increased competition. The housing market is showing signs of a downturn after years of growth. Sporadic. Occurring at irregular intervals or only in a few places. The region experienced sporadic rainfall throughout the summer. There have been sporadic outbreaks of the disease in several cities. The company's efforts to improve customer satisfaction have been sporadic and inconsistent. Rising and falling. Alternating between increase and decrease. The stock market has been rising and falling due to political uncertainties. The temperatures have been rising and falling over the past week, making it difficult to predict the weather. The company's profits have been rising and falling in response to market fluctuations. Slow burning. Developing gradually but showing signs of eventual climax. The movie had a slow-burning plot that kept the audience engaged till the end. The company's slow-burning success was the result of years of hard work and dedication. The crisis was a slow-burning issue that eventually drew international attention. Tapering off. Gradually decreasing in size, amount, or intensity. The sales figures started tapering off after the initial surge. The pain began tapering off after taking the medication. The rainfall is expected to taper off by the end of the week. Unsettled. Lacking stability, likely to change or vary. The political situation in the region remains unsettled, causing concerns among investors. The weather has been unsettled, with frequent changes throughout the day. The company's future is unsettled due to ongoing legal disputes. Fluctuant. Rising and falling irregularly in number or amount. The patient's condition remains fluctuating, requiring constant monitoring. The stock market showed fluctuating trends over the quarter. The fluctuating exchange rates have impacted the company's international trade. Crashing. Falling or moving with great force and speed. The stock market experienced a crashing decline after the announcement of new tariffs. The waves were crashing against the shore, creating a dramatic scene. The company's plans came crashing down when the funding was withdrawn. Undulating. Having a smoothly rising and falling form or outline. The countryside is characterized by its undulating hills and valleys. The graph displayed an undulating pattern, indicating cyclical trends in sales. The undulating melody of the song captivated the audience. Collapsing. Falling down or giving way. The building is at risk of collapsing due to structural damage. The company's financial structure is collapsing under the weight of its debts. The bridge collapsed during the earthquake, causing widespread damage. Diminishing. Becoming less or smaller. The resources are gradually diminishing, leading to increased competition. The company's market share is diminishing as new competitors enter the market. The impact of the policy is diminishing over time, requiring further intervention. Unidirectional. Moving or operating in a single direction. The flow of traffic on the bridge is unidirectional, allowing for smooth passage. The data showed a unidirectional trend in the company's growth. The research focused on the unidirectional flow of information within the network. Falling. Dropping or descending. The falling temperatures indicate the onset of winter. The company's profits have been falling steadily over the past year. The number of new subscribers is falling due to increased competition. Rising steadily. Increasing gradually and continuously. The company's profits have been rising steadily over the past 5 years, reflecting strong market demand. The population of the city has been rising steadily, necessitating infrastructural development. The temperature has been rising steadily throughout the summer months. Alternating. Occurring in turn repeatedly. The alternating pattern of growth and decline in the economy has made forecasting challenging. The experiment involved alternating periods of light and darkness to observe the plant's response. The company's strategy includes alternating focus between domestic and international markets. Balanced. Keeping or showing a balance, even distribution. The policy aims to ensure a balanced approach to economic growth and environmental protection. The company's portfolio is balanced, with investments spread across various sectors. The diet plan emphasizes a balanced intake of nutrients for optimal health. Dwindling. Gradually diminishing in size, amount, or strength. The community's population has been dwindling due to urban migration and low birth rates. The resources available for the project are dwindling, necessitating careful management. The company's market share is dwindling as competitors gain ground. Unevenly distributed. Distributed in an unequal manner. The wealth in the country is unevenly distributed, leading to significant disparities in living standards. Access to healthcare services is unevenly distributed, with rural areas being underserved. The rainfall has been unevenly distributed across the region, causing droughts in some areas and floods in others. Oscillating. Moving or swinging back and forth in a regular rhythm. The stock market has been oscillating due to fluctuating investor confidence and external factors. The fan's oscillating motion ensures even air circulation throughout the room. The data shows an oscillating trend in consumer preferences over the years. Rising sharply. Increasing quickly and significantly. The cost of living in the city has been rising sharply, making it difficult for residents to afford housing. The number of new cases of the illness has been rising sharply, prompting urgent public health measures. The company's stock prices have been rising sharply due to positive earnings reports. Narrowing. Becoming smaller in width or extent. The gap between the two candidates' poll numbers is narrowing as the election day approaches. The company is focusing on narrowing its product range to improve efficiency. The income disparity in the region is narrowing due to recent economic reforms. Unaltered. Remaining the same, unchanged. Despite the new regulations, the company's core values have remained unaltered. The landscape of the historic town has remained unaltered for centuries. The terms of the agreement were left unaltered, even after extensive negotiations. Inflexible. Unwilling to change or compromise. The company's inflexible policies have led to dissatisfaction among employees. The professor's inflexible approach to teaching did not cater to diverse learning styles. The inflexible schedule made it difficult for the team to accommodate last-minute changes. Unwavering. Steady or resolute, not wavering. The leader's unwavering commitment to social justice has inspired many. The company's unwavering focus on quality has earned it a stellar reputation. Her unwavering support for the project was crucial to its success. High level. Involving important people or consisting of elevated status. The conference attracted high-level delegates from various countries. The high-level meeting discussed the strategic direction of the company for the next decade. High-level negotiations between the two countries resulted in a historic agreement.